For twin brothers Ron and Don Baker, photography began as a hobby in the mid-60s, but years later their passion became not only a career and business, but a historical documentation of the D.C. region spanning decades. And we have Ron and Don Baker. That time I did get it right, correct, gentlemen?
Yes, you
Two
did.
photographers, twins from the area, both from D.C., and both photographers here in the county and the region. And you guys have been around for a long time. Not trying to age you, but you guys have taken a lot of photographs in this area.
Yes, we have.
Talk about how, I know the business began in 74, 75, around that time, how you guys got started in photography.
Well, basically, I got my first camera when I was living in D.C. in 1963.
Okay.
I was 14 years old, and I got 2.5 books of top value trading stamps from my mother, and I went down to People's Drugstore and picked up an Anscomatic camera, point and shoot camera that was a knockoff of a Kodak.
One of the small little plastic.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, and the little film camera. And that's what got me started. And as I think I got a little better one, a little better point and shoot camera a little later on when I got to high school, and started taking pictures of the girls at lunchtime.
Okay.
And because my brother and I, we weren't athletically inclined, we were the 90-pound weaklings that weighed 75 pounds. So as a result, the camera was my only way of introducing myself to the girls.
Okay, so you were the first photographer. And Don, how did you get into it?
I got started because I saw him taking pictures of the girls.
Okay.
And I said, well, this seems like a good opportunity, and so I decided to start taking pictures too.
And then at some point you decided that you can make a profession out of this, and I believe, Ron, you were first in 74, rather, you began the business. At what point did you know this is something you wanted to dedicate your life to?
Well, I didn't really think of it as dedicating my life to it at the time, because at that point I was still at the University of District of Columbia, where it was called Federal City College back then. And so I wanted to go into film production, so that was my major at school. But you know, those days there was very little independent money that you could get for filming, you know, as a freelancer. So basically I stuck with the photography side, but I found that I had, you know, an ability to make people comfortable in front of the camera, and so it almost seemed like it became my calling.
Well, what was your first shoot?
Well, the first thing that I professionally did was my best friend's sister's wedding in '74, so that's why I count '74 as the start of because I actually got paid for that. But my first actual interaction outside of a wedding was when I met P.D. Green. And P.D. Green in '75 took me under his wing, got me involved with taking pictures at doing his P.D. Green's Washington show. And from there, I started, you know, really learning how to interact with celebrities and how to shoot different events in those type of environments.
But give me a sense. I'm going to ask Don this question. You guys have photographed just about everybody. Give me just a quick list of people who you photographed over the years. I know there's a photograph on your website of Muhammad Ali, for example. Give me just a list of the people, just kind of, if you can run that off.
Well, I think in terms of people like Rosa Parks, Jesse Jackson, and these are like from the early days, Alex Haley, and Jimmy Carter was the first president, well, the second president that I had photographed. And there's quite a number of different people because of the Congressional Black Caucus dinners that we would attend and a lot of other social events that we would attend. We'd run into these politicians, celebrities, and people like that.
Were you guys starstruck, or were you guys playing it cool, like I got this?
No, we had to play it cool.
Okay.
It was important because then people saw that you were about your work and that you know, you're not starstruck, and that's actually what helped us get a lot of different gigs.
The twins have taken thousands upon thousands of photographs. We'll continue our series on the Baker brothers tomorrow.